there are good brewers and there are great brewers. And so the great brewers have a couple of different qualities to them, which is not only can they make beer consistently, but they can also create recipes and can improve things we already have. So I think that sort of takes it to the next level. Plus they can inspire the people they work with or who work for them. That's, I think, what makes a truly great brewer.
We have about 170 full-time employees right now and about another 70 part-time. Mostly work as tour guides or in our Riverbend Taps restaurant and beer garden up at our Vermont brewery. Our top 3 sellers, number 1 is the IPA, which accounts for over half of our business, and it's been number 1 for a very long time. It's a wonderful beer. Our second leading seller would be UFO White, and our third leading seller would be our seasonal lineup, which is made up of a winter warmer, Celtic red ale, Irish red ale in the spring, summer ale in the late spring and summer, which is a Kolsch style golden ale, and then Oktoberfest in the fall. The fresher you can get beer, the better it's going to taste. And IPA is a great example of that. It's an all malt, highly hopped, dry hop product. So the hop begins to break down relatively quickly. So if you're getting a beer, refrigerate it, keep it stored in a dark place, you will prolong the shelf life. But the other end of the extreme is that we have products that don't have any shelf life, like our Baltic Porter can actually be cellared. You can put that away for a few years, it will change slightly, and some people like what happens to it. Maybe a little more of a raisiny note comes to it or whatever. But for the most part, beers tend to have anywhere from a 3 to 6 month shelf life. To pour successfully, you need to make sure that you pull the tap all the way open. Okay, put the glass right under it tilted like this. If you don't do it, if you pour it open it only part way, conversely, you cause foaming, which you won't get if you pour, sorry, I hate pouring that out, that's almost sinful.
A growler is 64 ounces of beer off one of our taps. So you can get these in either of our visitor center here or in Windsor, Vermont. So it's like take-home draft beer.
Perfect housewarming gift. If you're going to dinner at somebody's house,
it is a perfect housewarming gift.
Show up with a growler, they're going to invite you back a bunch.
Yeah.
Every spring we take our employees on an annual beer culture trip to Europe. We've been doing it for 13 years, so last year Rich led the trip to the Netherlands, about 22 people. And I'll lead next year's trip, will be 24 people, and we go for a week to visit breweries, drink beer. The one thing we saw on one of our first couple of trips was going to Germany is every beer is in its own glass, and it's for a reason, because beers have different flavors like wines do. So we came back really very early on in the craft brewing movement and said we need to get the right glassware for all of our beers. So we're kind of evangelical about it.
Yeah.